Hello, hello. I don't make videos, so cut me some slack. If this is not a good video, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, so the whole thing, right, is I've been watching Ludwig. He's been doing this challenge that Tyler 1 gave him, where he has to get to plat, but he's bronze. So, the bronze games have been very interesting to watch. I'll tell you that much. There's a lot of good stuff, okay? There's a lot of positive qualities I've seen in his jungling, but there are some improvements I would recommend. But I highly doubt he will ever see this video because I have 10 subscribers and half of them are my family. So this is really just for the people who see this and are at the lower bracket of elos, and that's about it. So I figured I'd go through one of his Amumu games. It's Amumu. Anybody can play Amumu. I think it's a really good champion for especially lower players to climb with right now. But yeah, we'll just go through one of those and see if we can point out some little mistakes we can fix pretty easily. I haven't watched this game yet. I just thought he was ace, right? So, but he still lost the game, so obviously that there's something there. Maybe his team just ran it down, but bronze games, usually it's not just your team. There's usually something you can improve on. And I'm sure that he has tons of challenger junglers that can give him different pointers, but you know, I don't think a challenger jungler is going to watch this video, so it is what it is. I hit Masters last season, and that was the first time I hit Masters, so I'm not like the best of the best or anything. I just know a thing or two about jungle. So we'll just go ahead and get right into the game here. There it is. All right. So the first thing we want to do, we'll look at, let's see here. Let's see our team comps first. So we got Nasus, Amumu, Ari, Caitlyn, Vel'Koz versus the Orange Skarner, Zed, Jinx, and Morgana. I kind of like their team comp a little better. I mean, your team comp's not bad, but I don't really trust a bronze Caitlyn more than I trust a bronze Jinx. But really, before we even get into the game, what we want to look at before we start even, like, we need a beginning pathway. Like, what are we doing here? Let's assess the game before we even get into the game. We need a game plan, right? What's our game plan? That's always what you want to ask yourself, is what's the game plan here? Okay, so what lane are we playing for here? We can play for mid. Mid's not bad. I mean, it's a little hard to gank a Zed. You're never gonna gank top lane here. It's kind of pointless to fight top here because Nasus always just wants to play his farming lane. You let him farm, don't gank. It's not worth it. Okay, that's just how that matchup goes. Now bot lane's kind of insane. So you're gonna want to be playing around bot lane here, because if your bot lane gets ahead, it's kind of over. I mean, but if their bot lane gets ahead, it's also over. So we know it's bot lane we want to focus on here. So that'll determine our jungle path we want to take. So we probably want to start blue here, or one of the top side camps. Normally it's blue. That's our game plan. That you want to do that every game. You want to figure out what your jungle path is before you even get into the game. That can change in the moment, but you just want a plan to go by, so you're not just winging it on the fly. Okay, let's get into this. What do we see the items here? Okay, are we AFK? Okay, we're not AFK. We're going. Okay, we're on the move. Nice. Let's turn Fog of War to blue so we can't see them. Okay. Okay, we're starting topside. I like this. Unless you're just placing a ward. Where are we going? Where are we going? What are we doing? What's happening? Why are we AFKing right here? What is going? What are we doing? What are we doing? What? What is this, dude? Why are we AFK right here in the middle of the jungle with no backup? Oh. Okay, this is crazy. Are we gonna start their red? Are we gonna sneak this? Brother, are we trolling? This is wild. Are we gonna start their red? Bro, is this big brain, actually? Start their chickens. Dude. Okay, we started E. I prefer to start W, but that's fine. E works too. Especially when you're starting chickens, you can reset it pretty quick. Normally, I wouldn't recommend starting their side, but it's fine. So you know their Skarner started bot side. Because he's not in his top side jungle, and you have a ward on your red. So you know he took his blue. Oh, you smited a little early. That's fine. It's not a big deal. You're not risking the Krugs. That's okay. I think you probably could have taken the Krugs here. It just would have been a little risky. But you won't have Nasus Prio, so that's fine. Then full clear is what I would like to see into a bot gank. But you know this, once the Skarner gets to his chickens, he's going to be like, oh crap, and he's going to try to gank because he has nothing else to do. So we'll see how this plays out. Okay. Skipping our Gromp. That's okay. I'm not going to fault you for that. Now you just leave him opening up to taking your Gromp when he... I think you saw him there, actually. Okay, this I don't like. Are we going back to Gromp? This is trolling. You could... Oh. Brother, you just walk up to him. You also didn't have Smite, so it was... You beat him here. You just straight up beat him here. Just walk at him. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Okay, let me just rewind this for a second. So I think while you're walking up here is because you saw him go up here to your Gromp. I'm not 100% sure if that was your reasoning, but if it was, that's fine, because then you have red buff over him. You actually just win all of these fights. You just walk at him and he can't take your Gromp and you win, and you have double Q. So you actually just win this fight, but you're playing scared for some reason. Probably because you don't know what Skarner does, I would assume. But now we're just running away. What do you... Wait, hold on. What is your... Oh. We have the wrong runes, my brother. You take Conqueror. You're going to want Conqueror. It's fine. That's also the first thing you should check, but I just assume you had it right because op.gg usually tells you what to do. But if you don't use op.gg, I would recommend op.gg or some other website. It's whatever, personal choice. Now this fight, now you just wasted a bunch of time. It's fine because you both wasted your time. But did you even get that Gromp? I don't think you got that Gromp because you didn't have Smite. You did have Smite, you just didn't Smite it. That's okay. It's not game losing, it's just could have been optimized a little bit better. I'm not nitpicking here, but he does get this scuttle now because you can't do anything. You should just go to your chickens and then take their bot scuttle. Let's see here. Good pings, good pings. I like the pinging. This game doesn't have voice chat for who knows what reason, but I like the pings. Good communication. I would go scuttle here because just to deny the opportunity for him to get both scuttles, but this is fine if you want a full clear. Your bot wave is pushing in to you, but Vel'Koz's just back, so this could be a good gank setup here. But you have to pay attention to where Skarner's going to be, because you know he's going to be bot side, because that's where he started. So if he's not down here when you gank, then there's something wrong with him. But bronze pathing, it's impossible to predict bronze pathing. They probably backed here. I assume you get free scuttle and back, right? Okay. You should probably... So, sometimes they just get here in this... Ooh, you're lucky he wasn't in that bush. What is he doing here, dude? Has he even backed? This dude hasn't even backed. Oh, my goodness. Wait a minute. Let's go back. I was not paying attention. That was a good counter gank, actually. I'm very surprised this dude didn't back because he had nothing to do, but that's fine. That was a clutch hit there. Good stuff. So, that's fine. It's good. It worked out. It was good. I was gonna say hold your second Q here until he flashes away. Like right here, you didn't need to use your second Q because he was still right next to you. So you just hit him, and when he flashes away, then you hit him with your Q. But it did set it up for your Ari to get the free charm, so it works out. It was good. It was good. So now we back, right? We back, right? We're just going into place of ward, right? And then we're backing? We're not taking this Gromp, right? Brother, this is greedy, dude. This is... You just had a great play, and now you're sitting on... I can't check how much gold, but you're... I forgot the hotkey. But you have a lot of gold right now, and you could... You have that tempo. You need that tempo reset. And tempo's kind of a later on... that's a later video. That's a whole video in and of itself. It works out. Dude, do not gank this. Please do not. Do not. Brother, no, dude. No, dude. We need to back. We need to back. So it's... So now this guy is on the map, and he's ahead of you, and you cannot respond to what he's doing because he's ahead of you. So if he kills you, he gets... You're not ahead of him anymore. This is bad. This is really bad. So now he has more tempo, quote unquote. Once again, another video later. But this shouldn't work. Sometimes these plays do work. See, now you just end up dying here. And now you just threw your whole lead. Because you greeted for this Gromp. You should have just backed after you got the 2 kills mid here, and then you would have been ahead so you could reset to do your camps. But instead you want to stay on the map longer because you got greedy. And we're AFK. We might be waiting for stuff. That's fine. Okay. Right out of the gate, we see him doing dragon here, so we wanna cross map trade the objective here. I'm sure you know about this, but some people in bronze don't actually know this. Okay, so here's a second slight mistake. Okay, instead of going to your camps here, you can go here and take this objective because Amumu does it actually pretty quick. Because he has so much AoE in especially the first ones. He just melts through those krugs or grubs. Excuse me. Now what you're doing is you're taking your camps and delaying your objective take, so where he can back and be here by probably the second or third grub to contest it. So now you're really just giving him time to get there and be able to contest it when you don't really need to, because he can't contest your camps here, but he can contest this, especially if mid's pushing here. This is greedy. Like, you could probably sneak it, but it could end well since mid and top are pushing, so both these guys can collapse on you. But I'm not sure if they... Oh no, brother, no. You got the did you get the smite? It's working. It's working. Oh, it's fine. I mean, it's fine. Hey, we take that. We take that. I can't tell if you got the grubs or not. I'm kind of hoping you did. But it's fine. Their mid laner didn't react in time, which happens a lot in bronze. So a good play ended up being... Or a bad play ended up being a good play, which happens from time to time. This is a good gank angle. So we go blue, right? We go blue. Okay, we go blue. I don't know how much gold you have, actually. If you have an item, back for an item after blue. But if you don't, continue farming. Okay. Let's see what you get. Then we go... You don't have ult. So really with Amumu, you want to farm until you have ult again. This happens a lot with some jungle champions who rely heavily on their ult, like Evelynn and Amumu. So I assume you go red here. So you have two options here. You could go red, chickens, Krugs into a bot lane gank. But if you... What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we just running two Krugs? That's fine. I'm a little confused. It's fine. So this bot, I assume you're going to try to gank bot here. And it could work, but if they weren't absolutely just blind and bronze, then this shouldn't work. Because if she spell shields there, it's pointless. You don't get the kill. Bro, you still don't... Okay, you do get the kill because it... Any other elo that shouldn't work and you would have just wasted your time. But we're Clown Fiesta, it's fine. But now you don't have flash. Oh, she doesn't have flash either. So okay, this happens. This is one of the main mistakes I see in bronze. Is you see your teammates, like, they bait you into these fights. Like, really, you want to back off. You can't win this fight. You don't have ult. You almost have ult, actually. So maybe with ult you win that fight. But you guys did just blow all of your stuff on this. You blew all of your... These guys blew their ults. So really, it would be a 2v3. It could work out, but the main point I'm getting at here is don't get baited into your fights just because your teammates. Take the fights because you want them, not because you're trying to help your teammates get out of a situation they don't want to be in. And once again, these are really hard to assess because they're bronze, so anything can work in bronze, but it's just not optimal sometimes. So I could say something's bad, and then it ends up working out, like this Krug fight, or Krug, I keep calling Krugs, the Grub fight. It ended up working in your favor, but it's just not optimal. This is fine to take this. They're mid, and I would smite. Do you have smite? Good. Okay. And you could look for a mid gank here. So really what you want to do is, you know he doesn't have vision here. You want to wait till he uses his shadow, which it seems like you're doing, which is good. Uh-oh. Now you want to go in. Fine. This could be good. He used his shadow. Oh. You have ult. You do have ult, but you don't have your second Q. It works. It works. That was good. Yeah, that was overall good. I mean, you missed some Qs, but that's fine. It happens to all of us. Your Amumu, you got ult. It works. I assume he took your... Yeah. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. You don't really have a lot to set up for here. Do you have wards? You have a ward. This could be a good top gank, since you don't have anything to farm. Yeah, this is good. Once again, I would wait to use your Q. So... Okay, that was a little troll. Let's rewind this a little bit. So this goes for all junglers, not just Amumu. If you want to come from this angle, which you're doing, this is good. I wouldn't run straight at him. I would kind of come over here to block off his path, because he's not going to escape through here. You know that, right? So I would keep going over here up top, so just because that's where he has to go to escape. But I also wouldn't use your Q here, because you know he's going to try to run away. I mean, you have your second Q, but it won't be up in time by the time he does this whole number, especially if he has flash and there's minions here. You're not going to be able, obviously you're not going to be able to catch him. You have flash here. You might be able to catch him with flash, but no, you don't have flash. I mean, you got his flash, you got his ult. It's still good. good gank angle. Now this could be greedy because their mid laner's missing. Ah, but you see him down here on bot. So it's a good trade. 6 grubs are better than 2 dragons in my opinion. Because you can always get more dragons. They can't get any more grubs. So this is a good trade. You just get these back. Do not go for a top gank. That's a bait. They should just give this dragon... Oh... Your mid laner's kind of trolling a little bit. Your bot lane's trolling a little bit. But it happens. This is fine if you just want to get a ward here. Just trying to take some stuff while you can. Do not go for this top gank. You're trolling if you go for this top gank. He has no mana, no ult. Ain't no way you kill this guy, right? This should not work in any elo. Like, why is he running into tower? This should not work. This is so stupid that this works. Okay. Like I said, these things... blows my mind. It's bronze. It is what it is. In my opinion, it's just objectively better to back there and get off the map so you can get your items and go. But, hey, if a gank angle is there... Go for it, I guess. Anything works in bronze. Okay. So what you can do is just take your last camp. Right? You can just take your last camp and then farm back up, and then your last camp, you can either squeeze a gank in or get the scuttle, and your last camp will be up by the time you get to it. If you back and then go bot and farm up, maybe squeeze a mid gank in there and then go here. That's also a valid angle, especially when you have a lot of gold. I don't know how much gold you have right now, but now you're just taking half your quadrant, and this has spawned. So now you can't, like, it's objectively bad to go here, but it's also objectively good because you need the objective, right? So you're really just hindering yourself. There's no way you stay for this, right? Brother, you have got to have so much gold. And now he's starting it and you can't contest it because you don't have ult, and at least he didn't steal that from you. But this is just bad. I assume you die here, right? Ain't no way this works, dude. Right? I am consistently astounded that any of these work. I'm very, very impressed that you didn't cue him right there. That was that trigger finger right there. That was good. But, okay, let's just take a look here. Take a look here. This, objectively, you shouldn't win this. I mean, your mid laner is here before the Zed. So, it's good. But he is, let's see how many items above he is on you. Okay, he's not even that far ahead. Just because he's so far behind. Depression. It's fine. Because their top lane has a first roam. This is fine. Do you have ult? You don't even have ult. Like, there's no way you should win that. That was a good charm from Stans. But there's no way you should win this. It's crazy. Your top laner doesn't even have any mana to fight here. Like, there's no reason this should work. Once again, bronze, it's fine. But we're also not playing towards our bot lane, which is really the only way to win this game, I think. Now their bot lane's ahead, too. But it's fine. You're a Giga Chad here. You finally back. I assume we get our item. Yes, finally. So now we're left with the conundrum. Where do we go? Do we go back to the objective, or do we get our farm? Like, this is why I recommend backing first before you take half your quadrant. And then now you're objectively losing out on tempo because you can't farm and take the objective. So this is the better call to go to the objective. You just miss out on your farm now. But that's fine. Not game losing or anything, just could be more efficient. And that's the name of the game here. A mid gank is kind of trolling. I also don't like red wards, but that's really personal preference. Or red trinkets, not pink wards are good. Pink wards are always good. Red trinkets just kind of seem useless to me. I think the vision wards are always better because you can always track where the enemy is, but it is what it is. Your top lane has push, your mid lane has push. This should be free. They can't really fight you. You have ult up. This should just be a free herald. This is good. And now you've taken so much time to actually take this objective. Your camps have spawned back up, so it works out in the end. Which I keep saying a lot, apparently. How do you guys lose this game? Oh no, smite it please. Oh, the Ahri got it. Your top isn't... Oh. This could be bad. I don't know if stands had cooldowns or not. It still works? Oh, that's really bad. That's really bad. That's how you lose the game. This Zed is gonna hard carry now. You just gave him... Did you guys have a shutdown? You didn't have a shutdown for some reason. That's pretty wild. Yeah, this is why I like the normal wards, the just yellow trinkets, because you should have this warded, and you should always be buying pinks, but I'm sure plenty of people tell you that, so it's hard to remember to buy pinks. I think this was a little ambitious. I don't think you needed to flash in here. I think that's why you lost. It's because Stans couldn't really follow up. Did he have ult? He did have ult. He was just a little late on it. Like, you already got the objective. There's no reason to hard force this fight here. So really, you just second queue this guy. Like, I see your plan to go on the Zed, but Zed already used everything, so he's not really the one you're gonna burst down here. So I think if you just use your second Q to stun this guy here, and then Stans can follow up with the charm if he has charm. Ah, he used the charm there. That's what it was. So yeah, he just used all of his cooldowns, but I assume you weren't paying attention to that, because that's a pretty hard thing to actually pay attention to, is if your teammates have cooldowns. So you just went in with everything, but he couldn't follow up because he didn't have anything ready. Which I assume you were in voice comms with him, because I know you duo queue with Stans a lot. I'm not saying nothing. No, I don't think he carries you. Obviously, from this play, he doesn't carry you. And you are objectively doing better than he is. So we'll just put that to rest. Anyway, yeah, I don't think you needed to lose this fight here. I don't think you should have flash ulted. I think that's what lost you that fight there. If you can't burst him down, you're not going to burst down a full health Zed. Especially when he has Eclipse, it's just not going to happen. There's no reason to do that. Ahri just wasn't there to wasn't able to follow up because she didn't have anything. So, that's, I mean, that's not game losing, but it does put you back pretty far. And now the problem is that dragon's spawning, and you need to get these dragons. I agree that going bot here is good. I think you should Krugs, red, chickens into dragon, maybe. Your ult. I think you look for a fight when your ult's up. But your problem is your bot lane's super far behind because you didn't really camp them that much. See, this is the problem with going top. And your top lane's still losing. So it's just all bad all the time. And when you did go bot lane, you hadn't backed yet. So you're actually just baiting them into a fight that doesn't need to happen. And now they're behind, and everybody's behind. Stan's got killed before dragon, so this dragon can't be taken. Now it's going to be on soul point, and it just kind of devolves pretty quickly. This was your trolling here. This is just troll pathing. So you always have to have a plan in mind here. what we want to do, we realize we can't take this dragon now that Stan's died here. It's a 3v5, 3v4 every single time. You don't win that. So there's no point to take the dragon. There's not even a single point to be there. So what you want to do is just full clear, take all of your camps. Going this way is just a huge waste of time. It's really all, this is just basic macro. You always want to have a game plan. If you're trying to steal this, I don't think the plan is to steal this. If this was last dragon, if this was their actual soul point, then you have to steal this. But I think you can give this third dragon, because right now you're the strongest member on your team. And if you die here, then they can just run the map. Like, with you on the map, there's some pressure here. Like right here, do you have flash? You don't even have flash to get out, so it's a suicide mission. It's actually just pointless. There's no reason to do this. Now you're just wasting so much time when you could just be farming, getting ahead of this guy. But now you're even with this guy and you're gonna die for it. Oh, and you still missed it. And now you just die for free because you don't have flash to get out. This is just troll. This is your single worst play of the whole game. Oh no, it's bad. It's all bad. It's all bad. That was the game thrower right there. Now they can just run over you. I think this is one of the biggest mistakes that bronze level players make. Not saying you're actually bronze. I think you're actually further ahead than bronze. You're at least silver. But I think this is one of the biggest problems that lower elo players actually make, that they don't know when to actually give objectives. And that is when to give objectives. It's not a 50-50 play. It's not even a 50-50 play. It's a 70-30 play. And it's still a loss even if you get the dragon. So really, you just need to know when it's over and when you can't. You literally just cannot take it. It's better to just keep farming and get ahead. I didn't even realize they're literally a full 80 team. Like, you should not be losing this game. Why did we build Merc Treads? I mean, I guess for Morgana. Just don't get hit by Morgana. I don't think Merc Treads are the correct play here, but because literally all of their damage, the Jinx Zed is their damage. So you should be building AD boots here, or armor boots. Because it doesn't really matter if you get CC'd, you're Amumu. Like, you're the tank. They're not going to burst you down. It doesn't matter if you have tenacity or not. And a Morgana is not going to... You're not going to need to have MR for Morgana. Uh-oh. That's unfortunate. Now we don't have a pink ward anywhere. This is why I like to have blue wards. Because I like to ward in here, especially when these two towers are gone. It's always good to have wards to see where the heck they are. And red ward just doesn't do it. I mean, you had Herald, so it wouldn't have really mattered, but I just don't like the red trinket. Once again, it's personal choice. It doesn't really matter, but especially in low elo, I don't like the red wards. I think it's always objectively better to have vision instead of deny vision. Because you can always deny vision with pink wards, but whatever. Okay, so we're dead. What do? They're obviously on Baron. Are they not doing Baron? Dude, this is free Baron. They just killed you. What are they doing? Like, this is just... it doesn't make sense to me. The macro plays of bronze teams is just astounding. I assume we had to place that because of... this could be a play make. I don't recommend going for Zed. Yeah, if you go for the Jinx here... Oh, did you have ult? Bro, you should have ulted her. Bro, you're trolling. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? She has a 700 gold shutdown, my brother. Why are we weak? Why are we... We're just wimping out here. Oh, no. It's all bad. It's all bad. Oh, we flash out? No, dude. No. And somehow we're still winning? No, we're not. He dies. Okay, okay, okay. Brother, you gotta commit. You gotta commit. Look, your idea is literally to go in. Like, what are we doing? Ult her right here. I think you basically solo kill her there. Like, see, the Merc Treads really just don't help you at all. Like, the amount of time it saves you is not enough. Morgana Q is just way too long for it to matter. You ult Q her, and I think she has, like, 2 health left. Like, I get that you get scared because your team's not there, but they will follow up. And if the ADC is already almost dead by the time they get there, then it's game over. Especially when she's the biggest threat in the game. I think this is a really important thing to learn too, is who is the biggest threat, especially when you're the engage for your team. You need to know who you need to lock down, and that is the Jinx. So I think this was also a big mistake of not going in here. It could still be good. She flashed. But now we overcommit because, once again, we don't have any wards on the map. Like, we don't know where anybody is. And then it's kind of... There's nothing Nasus can do. He just gets kited. And then I assume they take Baron here. Unless they overforce, but it's possible. You could get him over the wall here. Oh, it's huge, dude. Bro, that massive. Let's go, dude. How do you guys lose this game? How do you lose? So they overpushed because they're bronze and they don't know what they're doing. They could have just taken Baron because they won that fight. I think. Yeah, you guys can't really do much. I think they could have just done a Baron there. But that was a huge look here. That was massive play. Big. And then we have ult because we didn't use it earlier, which was smart. Good ult save. Unfortunately, we don't get the Zed here, and there's not a lot you can take because you don't have your Caitlyn's pretty low. You don't really have any damage to do on your team, so you really just win the fight free, and that's about it. You don't really get anything. Now we're just overstaying. I don't know what we're doing. I don't think you know what you're doing either. But that's okay. Okay, we take wolves. See, this is where we need blue trinkets. It allows you to get vision while you don't have to walk up in there. Or even a yellow trinket would help here, so you could get a vision ward on Baron. So you know they're already backing, so you can drop a ward and then back. But now we have to go bot here. I mean, I don't hate this, but we still don't have any vision on Baron. So they could just be doing Baron while you're down here and still have not backed. And I guarantee you have your item. There's no way you don't have your item after that Jinx shutdown. And we're just trolling. That's fine. That happens. You can't control your teammates. Your teammates are just trash sometimes. And once again, we still don't have vision on Baron, so we don't know what to do. Dragon spawning soon, but you have no team here. So if you go Dragon, they just take Baron. I think you have to win a fight here. You don't have ult yet? You almost have ult. You have flash? You don't have flash. Oh, your Nasus gets picked. It's just... The lack of wards is killing you guys. It's just so rough. This could be... I mean, this is objectively a loss. Like, I understand that you're feeling the pressure that you need to do something here, but it just makes you lose more. Oh, that was clutch. Uh-oh. Womp, womp. Yeah, I mean, I get that you're feeling the pressure because you just lost somebody here, that you need to recover from it, and you think they're gonna go Baron. But they just don't, because once again, we don't have any wards. We don't know where anybody is. And so we think we can just go here. This was greedy from you. This was just greedy pathing. You definitely should have just kept going down this way. I know why you didn't, because they had vision there. But the vision doesn't matter when they already know you're here, and Jinx is right there. So it's you know nobody's down here, because you saw them all up here. So you should just walk down this way instead of greeting for this here, which ends up getting your team collapsed on, and it's just all around bad. It's not, it's very rough. Especially since this was a forced play after you just lost somebody. That was a really good hook, but you can't really escape the Jinx Rocket. It is what it is. Oh, and really at this point, game's basically over. There's not a lot you can do to recover from that. I mean, you could get the miracle team fight, but they really just outscaled you into oblivion. I mean, you have an Nasus, but they have an Ornn and Jinx, and your ADC is pretty much useless at this point. She only has one item. It's so sad. Bro, this dude built Magi's too. It's lost at this point. How many stacks does he have? 400? Not bad. But it's not looking good, brother. It's not looking good. And there's not like one big thing other than this dragon steal that you tried to do. That was the only big thing that happened that really threw this game. A lot of the other stuff was just small, and it builds up. It really does. But there was nothing huge. So it's just the small and simple things that end up being a big thing. Oh, there's really not a lot to do. You just have to farm and push out waves until they go for Baron. And once again, we don't have any... Do you have a pink ward? We don't have any pink... You gotta start buying some pink wards, my brother. That's also a big mistake that people just don't buy. I mean, they buy pink wards sometimes, and then they just forget they have them. You gotta buy it and place it. Like, you can't just let it waste in your inventory. But at this point, you just need to buy it. So this is... this is where a blue ward, and yeah, there's nothing you can do. You just get caught because you don't have any vision. It is what it is. So if you have a blue trinket here, which is, I highly recommend that over red trinket. I think red trinket is absolutely useless in this elo. It does not do anything. It's whatever. It's fine. Once again, personal preference. That's just my my pet peeve. It's fine. Because if you have a blue trinket, you can check and see if they're on Baron and see how low the health is. Because if you see the health here, there's no reason to fight it. Like, you know they're taking it because you see them go here and you're like, oh shoot, how fast do they burn this thing? And you want to go in at the last second so you can 50-50 smite it. But going this way is a little greedy. But it could work out well, but unfortunately, once again, no vision. We don't know where the Ornn is. We just get caught and it's game over. But if we have a blue ward here, we can follow the Vel'Koz. I think following the Vel'Koz here is the correct move, even though he kind of just ran it. You can ward the Baron to see what health it is. But it is what it is. I assume they just take Baron and run it down mid here. And there goes the only pink ward of the game. And I think it was bought by Vel'Koz, the support. Now we're just kind of sit here waiting to struggle and die. Honestly, I don't think you're ever coming back from this game. Very, very unlikely. But I've seen worse. I have seen worse. I think you just hold mid. You just try to match wherever they try to push. And you all have to be there. I don't think you can have somebody splitting. I think you might win a 5v4. Maybe. But, once again, we only have vision on the top side. We don't know who's down here. Like, we could engage on them here, but we don't know where they are. So it's really it's really just better to like, I like what you're doing here. You're just trying to look for the angle. Like, if you're here, you might be able to that could be, this could be good too. Oh, flash ult. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea. I saw it, but it's just unfortunate that Jinx had flash here. That sucks. This could be really good. I think this might be a little bit of a misplay here, but I think if you flash this direction instead of this direction, here we'll watch it back. So you go in right here. I think if you flash at her directly, that she can't flash out in time. I think you flash instant ult. I think you get her and you might win that fight there. Let's look at it one more time. Like, because now you're putting her on the very edge of your ult rather than being closer to the center. Because there's nowhere for her to flash. If you go right here with your ult, with your flash, if she flashes this way, she still gets hit. But instead, you flash here, I assume because you were trying to get all three of them, which is, I mean, it's understandable going for the big ults, but it's really, you really just need to lock down the Jinx and that's it. But, I mean, well, even if you do lock down the Jinx, they're all 2 levels ahead. I mean, even if you do hit that there, I don't even know if you win the game. It's just so rough at this point. They're just so far ahead. It is what it is. But I mean, I saw it. I saw the angle. It was a good try. And then you're what? Hold on. Let me go. I didn't even. Bro, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. What are we doing, dude? Bro, this game needs voice chat so bad, dude. I didn't even see that she was up here. Like, there's no reason at all for this lady to walk up here. Like, you always just stay mid to try to match them. So this was a 4v5 and you're behind. So of course you're not gonna win this. Like, it's not even close. So yeah, I assume you guys just get aced and ran down mid here. There's nothing. That's annoying. This is why I don't trust a bronze Caitlyn. That's rough. That is a rough one. You hate to see it, and then you guys just surrender. Yeah. Oh, I think it's just a lot of little things that built up, but it was you really just threw it hard at this second dragon. Where's that at? Third dragon. You don't need to suicide here. You're just wasting so much time. You could be farming. You could be taking his farm. You don't need to do this. This is just trolling. That's the biggest mistake you made all game. You just work on knowing what to give and what to not. And it's a good rule of thumb, if you need to die for it, then it's not worth it. Unless it's their final dragon or it's Baron. If you die for those, that's fine. That's a good trade. But if you, like, it's objectively not a good trade here if you die for this, but still get it. It's still just a loss for you. Because you are the strongest member on your team, and just giving over that free gold is not worth it. Like, if you had flash here to get out, then I could see it. But even then, it's greedy. It's super greedy. It's not worth the risk. So now we're just here and we die. I think that... Buy some pink wards, please. Stop using red trinket. I don't like red trinket. Use yellow and then upgrade to blue later. I didn't see you really do this too bad this game. You had some good ganks, but what I see a lot of bronze junglers do is they forget that their camps are even there. Like, right out of base, they're like, oh, let me run to lane, gank, die, and then rinse and repeat. That is terrible. Like, that happens all the time. Honestly, to get out of bronze, to get out of gold, really, all you really need to do is, once you get out of base, go to your camps, full clear, then do something. That's all you need to do. That's literally it. that whether that be full clear into an objective, which can change your pathing, right? Or full clear into gank, which can also change your pathing. If you want to gank bot lane, you obviously start top side. But if your top camps aren't up yet, then you look for a top gank into a bot full clear. Or if you need to do it quick, then you do half camps, which it gets a little more complicated after that. But really, just for the lower elos, all you need to do is full clear into ganking, and that's it. That's all you need to do to win. Because then it'll put you that much farther ahead. And this is... Let's see how much CS you did on 100. Brother, how many minutes did I just skip? 10 minutes? 10 minutes and we're only 25 CS above where we were? Like, brother. That's the whole game, dude. 30 minutes and we're at 137 CS. This is what happens. Like, CS is how you win the game. Like, it's not how you win the game. It's really just how you... That's why you're level 12 and he's level 14. And why Zed's level 15. He's got 206 CS. Like, that's why they're so far ahead, is because they have so much CS. So you really just need to... I mean, it's harder when you're behind because they can just take the CS from you. Obviously, like when they invaded you here. So I understand why you're lower on CS than everybody else in the game. That's a struggle. I hate that that's even in the game. It really just makes it impossible to come back as a jungler. It's fine. It is what it is. It's just the game you play. But that's still 10 minutes of farming maybe 4 or 5 camps. Like that's something that a lot of low elo jungles do. They just forget that their camps are there, and they just want to fight ARAM the whole game, and that ends up putting them more behind than what they should be. Because you can carry from these 2-level leads if you just farm, and then nobody can kill you. You just win these fights anyway. You just ignore the fights for the first 5 minutes and you win the game. But it is what it is. I mean, overall, not a horrible game. Obviously, like I said, not bronze level play. Like, that's at least silver or gold. Just that it was just that one dragon fight, and that was about it. But that's my 2 cents. I don't... Obviously, I've watched more than this game, but I'll just leave it on that. And if it is what it is, if I should make more of these, then let me know. But I highly doubt anybody's going to see this anyway, so it is what it is. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Bye-bye.